The topic is climate change and sea level rise. Overview of this site, you can find that there are many supplemented material for further information, but there's one thing you have to notice. You have to finish watching this video. Taiwan explain climate change challenges beforehand. This story map could generally divide it into 3 sections. After each section, there are some questions for you to discuss. First, global situation. Why sea level matters and what countries and cities will disappear due to rising sea levels. The second section is that how will Taiwan be affected by climate change? And it includes Taiwan's situation, what will happen in Taiwan and New Taipei City in the future, and what can Taiwan government do? The last section is what can we do to help climate change and sea level rises. The first part is what governments have done, and the last part is what students can do.
Hello, I'm Iris, and in our story map, we will start with the global overview. And by raising the questions of why sea level matters, first they will learn what is happening around the world and what is this issue about. Both the cause and effect of this issue through the news and website, and I have chopped out some important parts in several articles to let readers catch up with the information quickly and provide the links for them to read through after. So because the information is a bit separate, in this part we hope that the readers can not only understand the topic, but also learn how to search for important messages and organize them. And so we have questions like below. We'll ask them to search for the previous article and answer the questions. We also provide the word bank and highlight the important keywords to help them as well. And this is the first part of our story map.
Hello, I'm Angela. I'm going to talk about climate change and sea level rising in Taipei and New Taipei City. Taiwan's situation. Climate change includes not only rising average temperatures, but also extreme weather events, shifting wildlife populations and habitats, rising sea levels, and a variety of other consequences. In the case of Taiwan, the ministry said sea around Taiwan is warming at one of the fastest rates in the world. If swift measures are not taken over the next 30 years, Taiwan will be threatened by both higher sea level and storm surge. So what will happen in Taipei and New Taipei City in the future? We can see in the image from Greenpeace. In the future, Presidential Palace, Taipei Station, Guandu Plain, and Danshui Fisherman's Wharf in New Taipei City will be submerged by rising sea levels. The typhoon brought the storm will also expand to the Taipei Arena, Songshan Airport, Xianse Temple in Sanchong, New Taipei City. So the continent will also become a storm-stricken area. These two cities will have a construction area for about 5.4 square feet, which is as big as about 1,000 Taipei Arena. And also 1.2 million people will be hit the most among the 6 municipalities in Taiwan. So what can Taiwan's government do? As sea levels continue to rise and cause problems for individuals and business, more and more concerned citizens are calling for their local politicians to take action. In 2050, if carbon reduction is not actively carried out, the southwestern coastal cities of Taiwan will be affected by the sea level rise. The government should first face up the problems, and the government should press ahead carbon reduction policy and also consider net zero emission to be a long-term goal.
Hello, I'm Ivy. I'm going to tell you what people can do to delay climate change. First, what government have done. Taiwan enabled the Greenhouse Gas Reduction and Management Act in 2015, setting the goal to reduce 50% of carbon emission below the 2005 level by 2050. It seeks to reduce greenhouse gas emission by 2% by 2020, 10% by 2025, and 20% by 2030. Also, in October 2021, the Taiwanese government proposed a draft amendment that would strive for net zero emissions by 2050. as well as stipulate a carbon fee for emission. According to the investigation, agriculture releases almost 1% of greenhouse gas in Taiwan. With a carbon fee, it would be used to afford the extra costs that pollution causes. Local government also come up with some solution to combat climate change. Take New Taipei City and Taipei City as examples. New Taipei City brought out New Taipei City's climate change plan to delay the climate crisis. There are 5 concrete actions mentioned in this plan, including making building greener, taking smart transports, producing cleaner energy, allocating resources more efficiently, and living a more sustainable life. After practicing these actions, there are 5 obvious changes: cleaner city, decreasing waste volume, more energy safe, and smart transportation included. Similar to New Taipei City also aims to build a green city. Next, what students can do to help climate change. It is estimated that people have as little as 12 years left to reverse the course of climate change, making it imperative that everyone does their part to save the Earth. Students should also do something to help stop climate change emergencies before it is too late. First, take public transportation. Instead of taking a bus or cars driven by parents, taking a bus or an MRT helps reduce carbon footprint. Next, do a wise purchase. Avoid using something unnecessary. Otherwise, it is not only causes damage to wallets, but also to the environment. Third, be conscious of unnecessary energy use. Turn off any electronic products when not in use. Last but not least, encourage everyone around to take action to protect the Earth right away. As a resident of the global village, everyone can do some actions to retard global warming. Through mutual collaboration between government and people, global warming will come to retardation.